Back to the reverse grid race then. This is Suzuka. This is where all the drivers select their own car. So we'll go through what the choices are in a second. We'll just see them get underway first. Some cars will start better than others. The front wheel drives don't get away well. So Azarov got a good jump, so did Connor. That's going to shove Hammercat down the order, who's in the VW, and I think that's Rocky Rich in the TT. A few guys in the Subaru's getting good jumps as well, but it's Connor that leads us away to turn 2. Everyone seemingly getting away cleanly at the minute. It was a little bit of a bump there by Spider Team on Quinn. Who's that right at the back that's got away really slowly? We could see it was Munger and Legger. Legger's in the Audi TT, but he's getting very congested there as we go through the S's for the first time. We'll jump back up to the top. It's Connor getting away well in the Chevrolet. Then we've got Hammercat in the VW Sirocco. Then we've got Wooders, who's in the Aston Martin. Azarov in a Jag got a good start, but Wooders has got past him. We've got Rocky Rich in the Audi, the first Audi out today. Jumped someone there. It was Mr. Dre. Oh, we've got a change of the order at the top. Hammercat has dropped down. Wooders has got past Hammercat. I would expect Rocky Rich to go on the attack on Hammercat now as well. He's not going to get that done right now. He's going to have a look, but didn't manage to get that move made. Mr. Dre in the Subaru. We've got Pilgrim in the NSX. We've got Quinn in the McLaren. Warmids in the Audi. We've got Jambo in the VW. We've got Raffo, he's in what looks to be a McLaren. Yeah, it is. Then we've got Terence, he's in an Audi. We've got Shellshock, who's in an NSX. Mung is in an Audi. Spider Team's in a McLaren. Leg is in an Audi, and Azarov has had an off somewhere. Let's see if we can see what happened to Azarov. So this is on board Azarov's Aston Martin. He's running P4 behind Wooders. There's a car there, that's Hammercat. That's how Wooders got past Hammercat. And Azarov's going to try and sling it around the outside, gets 2 wheels on the grass and sends himself into the shadow realm, and everyone gets past him. So that's what happened to Azarov, and that's why he finds himself right at the back of the order. Right, let's catch back up with the action. So back up at the top then, everyone's vying for position here. So we're getting very congested. Suzuka's quite easy to try to overtake us. We see Connor get it wrong at Spoon. Wooders has got it wrong at Spoon as well. It's going to give Hammercat the opportunities. These guys are going to have dirty tyres now. Connor's managed to rescue it. Rocky Rich is up to P3. Mr. Dre, P4. Quinn, P5. Warmid's up to P6. Pilgrim, P7. Jambo, P8. Raffo, P9. But these guys are going to go side by side through Spoon. I wouldn't recommend that, guys. Terence, I'd probably back out of that one, mate. Oh, a little bit of bang in there. That was what happened there. This is on Terence's roof cam. Who's that alongside? That's Raffo next to him. He's going to quickly approach Jambo and just gives Jambo a little bit of a tap, sending the Sirocco wide, but he's managed to keep it in order. That was an Audi there, absolutely flying through. That was a great bit of braking there by Mung. I think he got about 2 cars in one there. Jump back up to the top. Connor leading the way still. Then we've got Hammercat P2. Mr. Dre is trying to fight off a Rocky Rich. Rocky Rich might try and go down the inside. The Audis are very good in turn 1. They're very good in the high downforce corners. They're not so good in the slow stuff. You can see Walmid there trying to desperately get past the Subaru. For the time being, he's got a hold station. He's got another Audi just behind him. This next sort of series of corners, the S's aren't really for overtaking. Moves can happen here if someone makes a mistake, but he's not really a legitimate overtaking spot. Wooders is off down as well. What's happened to Wooders? It's the Aston Martins both getting it wrong. He's obviously had an off at turn 1 somewhere, so big congested pack here, led by Quinn. Terence, Raffo and Shellshock involved in that as well. Mung's the one you can see there just in the TT at the background. He's just getting involved in this. We've got Terence and we've got a car sideways. What happened there? That was Dr. Dre. Trying to think of more Dr. Dre related puns, but while I do that, let's see what happened to him down at the hairpin. He's got Pilgrim locking up his inside. He just gets it wrong himself, to be fair. He takes Pilgrim with him. just dips a wheel on the grass. Pilgrim having to re-enter the track, does so nice and safely, good to see. But that Chaos has promoted Terence up to P5. Now in the Audi he's got a good opportunity to catch up to the guys ahead of him. Because P1 is not too far away for Terence, so he's in a good spot here. Rocky Rich in the TT doesn't seem to be maximising the capabilities of that TT at the minute. Walmid has got through and he's now past Hammercat. This is letting Connor escape on the road though. So Hammercat doing a good job in P3. Worth keeping an eye on Terence. He's someone that's got pace in this league. GT Raffo, who is again is someone that we know is quick. He's P7 at the minute, so he's defending away to Shell Shot. Shell Shot last winner out last time, so he'll be definitely one to watch as he slices past the McLaren and up to P7. And you got Mung, another TT driver. Mung, who did well last time out as well. And then we've got Lega, we've got Wooders and Azeroff at the back of the field. They might have to switch up the strategy a little bit in order to rescue something out of this race. Terence has very quickly caught Rocky Rich. Rocky Rich just ran it a little bit deep there down into turn 2, and that's let Terence go through. Hammercat is next on Terence's hit list. You can see just how much more confidence Terence has got in that car as Hammercat makes a mistake. Terence is going to be able to sling that one round the outside, even on the curves. And the Dutchman's got no answer to that. Terence goes through into P3. Walmid now is his next target. Unfortunately, Walmid is quite a way up the road. Rocky Rich is now coming for a bite of the Hammercat's pie. And for the time being, though, Hammercat maintains P4. Shell Shot then, Mike making his way through after getting past Raffo a lap or so ago. He's going to try and get Rocky Rich this time out. TT quite good on initial acceleration. But I'd expect its tyres to not last as well as the NSX. The NSX holds onto its tyres really well. So no stops are definitely possible in an NSX because it just takes care of its tyres. Now when it was quick, you have to drive it way more on the limit. It's a lot more forgiving when you do that, I think. Out of the two, it's the car I drive. Oh, we saw Rocky Rich and Raffo getting a little bit too close for comfort there, going through Spoon. Raffo did have a look up the inside, but looks like he backed out of it. He's going to go for it again down at the Casio Triangle. So let's jump on board the McLaren inside Raffo's head. I'd expect him just to back out here. Yeah, he does. Get on the power nice and early. He probably got on the power a little bit too late there. That's going to prevent him attacking Rocky Rich down into this Casio Triangle. Again, Raffo just more confident on the brakes than the car ahead. Was definitely able to. Terence has got himself up to Terence P3. Shell Shot then as he goes for a move down into T1. He's been eyeing this up for a lap now. Shell Shot doesn't go for it down into T1, but he's going to try for a better run out of T2 maybe. Hammercat goes defensive. There's no room at the end for the NSX. It's a big wide boy, it needs the space. For the time being, he's just got to have a little bit more patience. Mung doing a good job in 8th. He's got a Quinn all over his backside though. Quinn, who had a bit of boring race last time out, will just be glad to see other cars, I think. There's a few cars at the back here who've made errors, and all these guys fighting away. So it was Wooders and Azeroff for the not last challenge. So the two British cars, ironically here at Suzuka, not doing too well. We've got a couple of McLarens in good positions though. One of them is Raffo, who's still struggling to get past Rocky Rich. Shot now past Hammercat, and he can get after Terence. Walmid is past Connor, so Connor now down to P2. Walmid in the Audi 208.2 last time out, 211.2, so that damage was done last lap for Connor, and Walmid now can just try and control the race from the top rather than fighting other cars, so he's done well to get up there quite quick. Although I would probably expect the Audis at least to come in for new tyres at least halfway through the race. Oh, Hammercat's ditched it at the exit of Spoon, very easily done. He's just getting the power a little bit early. He tried to get off the racing line, but Rocky Rich just tried to go round that way, so Hammercat's inadvertently given him a little bit of a tap. Top 10 there completed by Jambo, and then the 11th to 16 spots are all a little bit further back. And for the time being, at least, the race seems to have settled in some sort of order. Hammercat makes another mistake, that lets Mung through, and that's going to also let Quinn through, and potentially Jambo as well. So 3 cars in pretty much just one corner there for Hammercat, but he's going to have the slipstream of Quinn ahead. Although Jambo's going to try and do a double job. Does Hammercat go for both of these cars back down into turn 1? He does. He gets at least one of them. It's a nice move by Hammercat. Great move, got them both back. A little bit of contact, but I'll be honest, I just don't think Quinn was expecting him to be there. So Quinn would have turned in on his normal racing line, but probably just didn't see Hammercat there. So good move by Hammercat to get both those spaces back very quickly. We're starting to settle a little bit here at Suzuka. Terence is trying his best to catch up to Connor. 2:08.1 that time round for Connor, for Terence, sorry, 2:09.5 that time round for Connor, who makes a mistake coming out of the second Degner. Terence makes the same mistake, but he's still going to have a better run down the inside of the Chevrolet. That's an easy overtake for the Audi, who just parks the car on the exit, and he's going to get the better drive out of the corner. GT Raffo going for a little bit of a spin. Hammercat as well, defending quite nicely to Quinn, but I was going to say defends quite nicely, but he overcooked it on his defence, and that unfortunately is going to let Jambo have a bite as well. Jambo, all he needs to do is keep his car there, and if he's still there when he gets to Spoon, he's just going to be able to run Hammercat out to the wide, but Jambo thinks better of it and tucks back in. Probably a very good racecraft there by Jambo. Just making sure that no contact is made with the Dutchman. Connor then, after leading for the first lap or so, is starting to hemorrhage places in P3 at the minute, but Shell Shock is looking like he wants to make a move down. Doesn't like he's really bothering defending that, and I think Shell Shock is going to get this move made down as T1. Actually, Shell Shock actually backed out with that move then. Goes right for the drive around the outside as well, does Shell Shock. Means Connor can't get his power down as quickly as possible. Nice move by Shell Shock up to P3. He can get on with trying to chase Terence down now, who's been running in clear air for a little bit. Walmid is trying to make a break for this 2:08.8 last time round. He pulled a second on Terence that lap because Terence was busy fighting with traffic. Shell Shock went a second faster than P2 guy, and Connor just starting to hemorrhage a few places. GT Raffo holding P5 at the minute. It's starting to pull a little bit of a gap over Rocky Rich, who's busy fighting with Mung. So the two Audis are starting to duke it out a little bit now, with the Hammercat's fallen way down the order somewhere. We'll go and see what happened to Hammercat. The two Audis starting to do battle now. Does he run it a bit wide there? Rocky Rich, he does. I'm not sure if Mung's close enough to take advantage though at the minute. Jambo, yeah, P8 for Jambo. Legger is P9. Legger's had a good race so far. Pilgrim going to try and go around the outside. I think he just got his braking wrong there, Pilgrim. Oh, he's got dirty tyres. You don't want to be taking dirty tyres into the Degners. His entry there was a little bit narrow. Yeah, he's just run it a little bit wide, too late on the brakes. Unfortunately, that's only going to end one way, so that lets Quinn through as well. Spider Team, P12, Spider Team, we've not really seen him too much this time round. And Hammercat has been into the pits, so he's got some fresh tyres on that car. Probably a little bit prematurely in my opinion, but we'll see how that works out for him. A little bit of an introverted strategy, but with the fresher tyres, easily able to drive around the McLaren and get the drive out. So nice move by Hammercat around the outside. Then we've got Azaroff P14, Wooders P15, and then Dr. Dre is in the pits. And has been for a while. He's about to get lapped by Walmid. Shell Shock has been busy catching Terence though, so the NSX driver now on the back of the Audi. The Audi at this point will really be starting to lose its tyres. Does he pit? No, he doesn't. He stays out for another lap. Probably going to try and come in at the end of the next lap if he's going to pit at all. Got a 2:10 that time round for Terence and a 2:09 for Shell Shock. So Shell Shock is gaining on the Audi driver ahead. We'll see if it brings anything to that. Connor's got a little bit of a penalty somewhere, but a decent gap over Raffo, but Raffo's doing quicker lap times. So I would expect Raffo to be on Connor's rear end pretty soon. Mung, I just get the feeling Mung's just trying to control things at the minute on his own race. He's certainly not getting pressured too much by Rocky Rich at the minute. We've got Lega and Quinn duking it out. P9 and 10 for those guys. Spider team's got Hammercat for company. Hammercat, who we saw make that nice move a lap or so ago. It's mostly down at the back of the order now. Pilgrim has pitted, Azeroth is through. So let's see how this one develops. Sure Shock, is he getting close to Terence? Let's go on board the NSX. Terence, yeah, goes deep into the hairpin there. Shellshock almost gets a kick up the backside on the exit there then, and that's going to put him right on the back of the Audi. The Audi will be hard to overtake in the straight line, but certainly can get him potentially on exits or entries of corners. Spoon does suit the Audi quite well though. It loves this high speed stuff. Casio Triangle is probably going to be Shellshock's best bet. Although he gets just a much better drive there. Don't tell me these guys are going to side by side into 130R. That never works, guys. That never works. Someone's got to give. Oh, Terence, you see, they just got a back wheel on the grass and he's had to yield that place to Shellshock. And that's the NSX now up to P2. Warmid, though, is a second or two down the road. Warmid pits. Does Shellshock match him? No, Shellshock's going to carry on. Terence does pit as well. Connor is going to carry on. Raffo is carrying on. Mung, he stays out as well. Rocky Rich, he is staying out. Jumbo, just come around Casio Triangle now, is Jumbo. He stays out as well. So where does Terence fall out of this pack then? He comes out just behind Mung, which is bad news because Mung's lapping in the 210s. We know Terence on fresh tyres can go 2 seconds a lap faster than that, but he's going to be stuck behind the other Audi now for at least a lap. Well, at least a sector. I'd imagine with his much fresher tyres, Terry can probably just drive around the outside of the other Audi. Although Mung's making it a big target, it's certainly not letting Terence have this overtake easily. Although saying that, commentator's curse, he just runs it a little bit wide there, and that has allowed Terence to go up the inside. So Terence hasn't lost too much time there. Terence does need a good outlap, so if Shellshock, who's now the leader of the race, so if he's trying a no-stop here, he's just going to get progressively slower as the race runs on. So he's lapping in the 209s, which is good pace around here in an NSX. Walmid, who pitted last time out, so he's on fresh tyres now. He can, we know he can lap in the 208s as well. Connor, unless he pits, he's probably going to be a little bit of a sitting duck. We've got Raffo who's lapping in the 209s, 210s. Terence, who I'd expect will start hitting the 208s, 209s now. Kind of same for Mung, I guess. But the field spread here at Suzuka is starting to spread out a little bit more than it certainly was at the start of the race. So part of the race now where drivers are spreading out, strategy will come to them in about 5-10 minutes time. See Shellshock get it wrong there on the entry to Casio Triangle. Is he going to pit? He most certainly is. He's going to get those tyres off that car. That's going to give Walmid the lead of the race back. Unless Shellshock can get in and out quickly, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Shellshock could do with getting out in front of Terence. Shellshock's out of the pits now. He's behind Terence and potentially behind Mung as well. That's not what the American wanted there. He wanted to be ahead of that Audi because that Audi is on lap older tyres, yes, but it's going to be a hard car to overtake. We know Shellshock's quick, so we'll just see. This will probably come to Shellshock as the race wears on though, unless he can make a nice quick overtake, but I'd expect the Audi's tyres to start going in about 2-3 laps time, at which case Shellshock's probably got the better opportunity to do anything about it. But saying that, I heard some squealing tyres. Who was that? Not too sure. I've got GT Raffo being chased down by Connor. Connor gets it wrong. And just about manages to keep his car on the track, but that has lost him a ton of time then. Fortunately for Connor, Legger is quite a way back in P7. He's got Jumbo for company. We've got Spider Team and Rocky Rich down in P9 and P10. We've got Hammercat P11 just ahead of Quinn in P12. Wooders P13, Pilgrim P14, P15 now for Pilgrim. He got it wrong coming out the second corner. And Dr. Dre still in the pit lane. So after what feels like an eternity, Mung is going to come into the pits. So he was running P4. It's going to let Raffo go through. Connor won't get out in front of him there. You can see Mung in the far distance coming out to the pits. He comes back out in P5. He's not really lost too much time. He has lost a place. And Raffo, what are you doing? Have you overcooked it? Ah, yeah, he's overcooked it. Spin me right round, baby, right. So that is going to let Mung get past him. Is that going to let Connor through as well? Connor was not too far away. Connor is going to come out just behind Raffo. Raffo survives another day, but that means Mung effectively got a free pit stop out of that. I don't think he was ever going to catch Terence and Shellshock. These two still battling away. Podium is yet to be fully decided. They're all on pretty much the same stretch of track, with Walmid being just around the corner, just coming around the hairpin now. Our current race leader, Shellshock, Terence, all these guys have pitted. Terence is wasting these tyres though, stuck behind an NSX. He'll be scrubbing those tyres a little bit more than he wants to. Mung hanging on P4 in the minute. Connor, Raffo. So Connor had got past Raffo, but Raffo's going to go right back at him. Two Halford teammates, running very different liveries of course, duking it out on track. They can afford to do that though. Jumbo's a few seconds back, sorry, in 7th. We've got a Spider Team and Rocky Rich pretty much together on track in P8 and 9. We've got Legger P10 at the minute for Legger. He's just been in for some fresh rubber. Quinn P11 for Quinn at the minute, with Hammercat running P12, Wooders P13 and Azeroth P14. Unfortunately for those guys, they've spent most of the race at the back. Leading the way with just over 8 minutes remaining is Walmid in the Audi. Shellshock doing his best to chase him down. That lap for Walmid a 2:08.5. Can Shellshock muster 2:07.6 for Shellshock, fastest lap of the race so far. 2:08.9 for Terence that time round. He lost a lot of time to the car ahead. Rafael and Connor still fighting away. Now this is the battle really to be watching at the minute. These two are duking it out throughout lap 10. Rafael will be the one that will kicking himself. He was running P4 until he dropped it at this very corner a lap ago. Still gets the back end kicking out there. Connor does reel him in pretty quickly. See a lot of the guys still running Stewie Mac logos and liveries this time out as well. Most drivers running some sort of tribute for him this weekend. So Terence and Shellshock still pretty close together. If they work together though for the next couple of laps, there's no reason why they can't catch Walmid, but if they continue to scrap, they're just going to lose time. The Audi's not too far away. If they work together they can probably catch him. So Walmid's in the mid 208s now. These guys have the potential to run that pace, if not a little bit quicker. I was checking on Rafa and Connor. Oh, that fight's died down a little bit now. Nothing really doing on track at the minute, other than just seeing how the remaining couple of laps does progress for these guys. So with just 5 minutes remaining then, the Audi of Terence is starting to put the pressure on Shellshock. They have been slowly bringing Walmid back into the fray now, so these guys probably working together a little bit more. Terence having to short shift there on the exit of corners. He's been doing that. has been dropping him back. He's kind of curbing the Audi's strength, I'm afraid, because the Audi is a strong car on initial acceleration. And that has just caused him to drop back a little bit. Shell Shock definitely taking advantage of that. Warmid managing to escape for the time being. 4 minutes remaining in this one, so another 2 laps maybe. It's going to be hard for these guys to do anything about him. Mung's picked up a bit of a penalty. He's been a naughty boy somewhere. Although GT Sport gives you a penalty like that just for daring to look at the apex. Rafa and Connor, their race has calmed down a little bit. Jumbo still winning P7. Spider Team P8 at the minute. We've got MRC, Lega and Quinn not too far apart from each other, with Rocky Rich just going around the hairpin now. Hammercat ghosted out. Is that going to give Azaroff the opportunity? We have lost 2 drivers. We've lost Wooders and Pilgrim. Mr. Dre is in the pits and has been for a while as well. It's technically Mr. Dre's 4th lap, whereas everyone else is on lap 12. Hammercat's ghosted out, so technically only 12 drivers running here at Suzuka, with the rest of them dropping out part way from. Let's go back and check on these guys. So Shell Shot 209, sorry 209.3 for Terrence, 208.4 for Shell Shot, 208.7 for Warmid. So yeah, these guys not doing enough to catch him now. This is the penultimate lap of the race. Not a lot of time for them to catch the race leader. He's done an exceptional job out at front. He's kept it nice and consistent, done what he needs to do. He's kept it on track so far as well. Hopefully that's not a commentator's curse and Warmid does pull this one off, but well renowned for saying something nice about a driver and then they suddenly stack it into a wall. But Warmid for the time being does look nice and in control of his race pace. He's got just 2 laps to go of this one. Mung P4 too far behind those guys, but he's not under threat from anyone else as well, so he'll probably just save his penalty for the line. There's no real need to serve it right now. It'll only put undue pressure on him for the remaining lap. He might as well just carry that penalty. No other real battles going on track. We've got MRC Lega not too far behind Spider Team. There's a couple of seconds gap there. We've got Quinn not too far away from those guys either. And Rocky Rich running P11. He did spend most of this race near the top. Azaroff started well, but mistakes led him down to P12. Hammercat now, after unghosting himself, is back in the chase. He's trying to chase the Audi down. Warmid then about to start the final lap of the race. Sets a 209.7 that time round. Shell Shot 208.5, so Shell Shot went a whole second faster than Warmid. As you can see the gap on your screen now, it's going to be a tough call for the NSX to reel the Audi in over what is one more lap. Catching him up is one thing, getting past is completely different. Shell Shock has managed to drop Terrence so he can focus purely on the car ahead. We'll see how the top 3 finish. I didn't predict they finish exactly as you see them, I'll be honest, but we'll obviously find out. 1 minute 10 left. I think pretty much everyone's going to get this final lap in. Yeah, even these guys will get the last lap in unless they absolutely ditch it. They will be absolutely fine. So into and out of sector 2 goes Warmid. Halfway around the lap for him now. He's just got hairpin, spoon, 130R, Casio triangle to negotiate, and that's his lap done. Undeniably Shell Shock is reeling him in, but not quick enough. That battle in with Terrence that he did, it took Shell Shock quite a while to get through the field as well. Don't forget he started right at the back here, Shell Shock, so for him to be running P2 alone is an achievement. Catching P1. Definitely when you run it wide there. I don't know how that car didn't step out on him then, because it always does that. For the time being though, Shell Shock just managing to keep his car on the track and stay ahead of Terrence. So we'll give these guys a watch as they come through 130R. Confirmation of final lap on your screen now. We will finish on this one. Warman negotiates the second to last 2 corners. Just one more corner to go. Flat out in these cars, and Warman comes to take victory here at Suzuka with Shellshock P2, Terence P3 in the Audi, so a good podium finish for him. Mung P4, he'll be happy with that, I think. Ran a medium stint tyre on the first one and does get rid of his penalty at the line as well. GT Raffo, one of the busier guys this afternoon in the McLaren. P5 for Raffo, finishing ahead of his teammate Connor. So Connor comes through to take P6, we've got Jambo P7. Oh, these guys are definitely worth a watch. So this is Lega v Spider Team. Just rewind this back a couple of steps. So the Audi's definitely going to have the speed advantage here, coming up towards 130R. They're going to go through it side by side. This is the battle for 8th. Spider Team just gives him enough room. Can Lega hang it around the outside? He goes off the track in pursuit of grip. And Lega then. Nice move by Lega to get that through. Yeah, Lega's going to grab P8 right at the death. Spider Team P9. Good racing between those guys. Spider Team gave him just enough room. Lega made the overtake work. Quinn P10. We've got Rocky Rich P11. Azaroff is bringing home P12. Hammercat P13 with Mr. Dre. Will be classified as P14, so will pick up points for this. But unfortunately, not too many, but at least he gets some, so he gets a couple of points for his team. Hammercat drifting his way through to taking the shortcut. It's Hammercat. Well done. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time, covering the Fusion guys for the next race.